Hi everybody, Mr. Beltran here again. Now we're going to do our stretches, okay? So once you finish the PE lesson, I always want you to end with stretches. Remember, stretches is a good way to increase flexibility in your muscles, okay? It also is a good way to reduce soreness, okay? Soreness in your muscles occurs like when your muscles get tired from a lot of activity, a lot of exercise. Okay, so sometimes later on that day or the next day, your muscles feel kind of sore or tired. Stretching is a way to help reduce that. Okay, so I'm going to go over the stretches with you. We're going to start with a tricep stretch. The tricep is in the back of your arm right here. What you're going to do is you're going to raise your hand, bend it behind your back like you're scratching your back. Take your other hand on your elbow, and you're going to push it in back of your head. Okay, try your best to push it behind your head, not pushing on your head. Okay. We're going to hold this stretch for about 10 or 15 seconds here. Okay, so as we're holding it, we want to make sure we're pushing it, and we should feel it right here on this part of our arm. That's called our triceps. Okay, all right, go ahead and switch. Now we're going to raise the other hand, bend that one behind your head like you're going to scratch your back. Take that other hand on the elbow, push it in back of your head. We're going for about 10, 15 seconds here. Okay. If you want, you can even do it a little bit longer on your own. Yeah, you can pause the video, or you can do it after the video and do it longer on your own. The longer you stretch it, the better it is for your muscles. Okay, so if you can do it for 20 or 30 seconds, that's even better. All right, let's go ahead and stop. The next stretch we're going to do is called the deltoid stretch. Deltoid is the muscle in your shoulder. Okay, so I'm going to take one hand, or one arm, put it straight across my body, take my other hand under on my elbow right here, and I'm going to pull it towards me like I'm giving it a hug. Okay, I should feel it right here in this part of my arm. That's called the deltoid. Okay, so this is a deltoid stretch. As you can see, I'm staying in one spot while I stretch. Okay, you don't really need to move around too much for stretching. You kind of just stand in one spot or sit in one spot and do your stretches. All right, let's do the other arm going the other way. So nice and straight across, hand on the elbow, pull it towards you. Give it a nice big hug. Okay, I'm going to hold this for about 15 seconds. Okay. Remember, if you can't feel it in your shoulder, you want to pull it just a little bit more. If it starts to hurt, then you're pulling too hard. Okay, so don't. If it's hurting you, then you should pull a little bit less. All right. Now that one is it. Now we're going to do what's called a quadricep stretch. Quadriceps is this part of your leg right here in the front of your thigh. And the way we're going to stretch that is we're going to bend one leg behind us, grab our ankle, and pull it in back of us. Now, for some of you, you might be losing your balance a little bit. If you are, you can hold on to the wall, you can hold on to a chair or a table, okay? But if you're wobbling around like this, then you're not really stretching. So you want to be as still as possible, okay? And if you need to hold on to something to do that, then you can do that. All right, let's go ahead and switch to the other side. Again, so I'm bending that leg in back of me, I'm grabbing my ankle and pulling it behind me. Okay, if you're losing balance, you can always hold on to the wall, hold on to a chair. Okay. As I'm pulling, I should feel the stretch on the front of my leg. That is called your quadriceps. Okay, a few more seconds here, and stop. Next one, now we're going to get down on the ground for this one. This is called a hamstring stretch. Okay, so I'm going to put this down on the ground. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make one leg out in front of me. The other leg I'm going to bend so that the bottom of my foot is touching my leg here. It kind of looks like an upside down number 4. Okay, I'm going to reach for my toes on this one. This is a hamstring stretch. This one is for the back of your legs. Okay, now I'm reaching for my toes. If you can't reach your toes, that's okay. Reach as far as you can, but try to keep this leg straight. Okay, if you have to bend it up to reach farther, that's no good. Okay, so try to keep it straight and reach for those toes, or as close to the toes as you can get. All right, again, still holding it for about 10 or 15 seconds. Let's switch. So now I'm going to make the other leg straight. Bend this foot so that it's right here next to my leg, reaching for those toes on the other side now. Okay, we always want to stretch the right and the left side whenever we're stretching. Okay, so I'm holding it. If you can't reach those toes, that's okay. Reach as far as you can. If you can reach the toes, and it's easy for you, then you can try to go a little bit past the toes. Okay, try to reach even farther if you can, but make sure that this leg stays straight the whole time. All right, let's go ahead and stop. Let's do one more. This one is called the latissimus dorsi stretch. Latissimus dorsi is a muscle in your back, okay? And the way we do this one is we're gonna start on our knees. You wanna have a little bit of space here on your knees, okay? I'm gonna put my hands out in front of me, and then as I'm reaching my arms out, I'm gonna bring my head down to the ground, or as close to the ground as possible. Okay, now sometimes they call this the child's pose in yoga. Okay, and you should be able to feel a stretch all the way up and down your back. Try to reach those hands as far as you can. Okay, take some nice deep breaths as you're doing it. Okay, you can put your head on the ground if you can reach. And a few more seconds here, and stop. All right, now for that one, you don't need to switch because we are doing both sides at the same time. Since both of our arms up, it got both sides at the same time. So we don't need to switch sides on that. So that's the end of your stretches, okay? Once you're done with the stretches, don't forget to click on that part where you can fill out that Google form, okay? So that you know, I know that you finished the lesson for today. All right, see you guys next time.